Hi there, this is Tammy with Tammy's Crafty Life. Thanks for coming and watching again. If you're new to my channel, I hope you like it and then you'll come back again. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate all the people who watch my videos. I am a crafter. I do all kinds of crafts, but these days it's primarily cross stitch, so that's what I'll be showing you here today. Today I'm doing a video where I'm going to show you two things I've finished, fully finished, and then I'm just going to show you some of my WIPs. I'm going to work my way through all of them in several videos. I have right now 60, and by the time I get to the end there might be more than that or there might be less than that. We'll see. Today I think I have about 15 to show you after my two fully finished items. Can't think of anything else. If the dog barks, I apologize. He likes to do that sometimes. I think that's it, so I'm going to get started. So I participated in a couple of stitch alongs. One of them was with Nicole Spohr. She has a Facebook group and she has a YouTube channel. And we did Welcome Autumn by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And mine is fully finished. And here is what I did with it. This is a bread tin that's dusty on top from Michael's. It was half price when I was there one day, so I thought that was cool because I can store other things in here. I did this with magnets, and this is, there's several of these. There's Welcome Winter, probably Welcome Spring and Summer, so it's my intention to stitch the others and then to be able to store them all in this tin, which I think is pretty cool. The other one was a stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop, and it was called Boohoo. And here is mine. I stitched mine on Provence Purple 14 count Ada, and I changed the purple floss, but everything else was the called for colors. And I followed a tutorial by Chantel, who's 141 Design Company, to make this display stand. She put kids' pictures on here. I think I'm going to look for like a string of lights or something. I'm not sure what to put on here. I didn't want to do what she did. So these are unfinished pieces from Hobby Lobby that I painted and finished with Chantel's tutorial. And then you can see there's magnets on here. Let's see if I can do this. This goes on here. And I put it on with magnets because there was a lot of work into making this piece. So I want to find some other patterns that I can change it out and keep this on display all year long. These are little plants from Hobby Lobby, little fake plants. So those are my two fully finished items. Oops. I had a lot of fun doing those. And I have more coming up. I'm waiting for something to come in the mail to fully finish another one, and we'll see what happens after that. So now I'm just going to go through a portion of my WIPs. I think there's about 15 of them, and these are all ones that I'm either currently working on or I have worked on in the past. I am in love with the Tiny Towns by Heart and Hand, and this one just came out. It's Halloween Tiny Town. Anyone who knows me well knows I love purple, and I think purple belongs with Halloween. So I've changed this a little bit. It's purple fabric that I dyed. Sorry, I was going to iron all this stuff and I'm out of time. I'm leaving for a retreat as soon as I'm done filming this video, so that's why it's not ironed. But I've changed this up. This is purple fabric that I dyed. It's just a scrap. It's one of the first times I did dyeing, and so far I've changed that this house where there's purple used to be orange, and I'm going to add purple floss in some other places too. So that was my Halloween Tiny Town. That's a current project that I'm working on, and it's going to the retreat with me. The next one is called Boohoo, and it's by Luminous Fiber Arts. I love Misty's patterns, and I saw these done in a very cute way that Chantel did with some of her backers, and so I've ordered those backers. I have those backers. I just need to get these stitched now and add them to the backers. And again, I started with Boo, I think, with the cat. And I have a tiny little start. This is my start. And again, purple fabric. And I'm going to, there's going to be purple in the floss somewhere. I don't know where yet, but I'm starting here with this kitty. And these will not be finished as pillows. They'll be finished on Chantel's tag backer stand. I think that's what it's called. Again, this is fabric that I dyed, so I have 2 pieces of it here. My next project that I'm currently working on is a stitch along with Primrose Cottage Stitch's mom, Nettie. She is stitching Silver Creek Samplers Give Greatly. And I thought this was fun, so I'm doing this also. It's a fun pattern. I love Silver Creek Samplers. This is my second pattern of theirs. I, however, don't really always like to do things on neutral. So I've changed the fabric and the floss. This is, let's see if there's light shining behind there, I don't know. This is 16 count Ada Cobalt by Bestitch Me. Bestitch Me? No. Fiber on a Whim that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. And you'll notice these are very, I don't know what I want to call those. Those are not traditional Christmas colors, which this is winter, not Christmas. But I didn't really like those colors. So this is actually a green, but it looks kind of yellow. This is 321 red, which to me is bright red. And so I've done the scarf, except the white. That's where the snowflakes go in the scarf. And I'm starting in snowflakes on the hat. And I'm going to do the hat. And wanted to do all of the parts before I did the snowman himself. I'm using the White Lightning by Weeks Dye Works that's called for the snowman. This one is really fun to stitch, and I'm loving stitching on this fabric, this really pretty blue fabric. I love this cobalt. So these are the 3 I'm working on regularly right now. I'm also working on, this one went in a timeout because I'm having issues with it. This is Blooming Tiny Town. I started this one a couple months ago, I think, also by Heart and Hand. And this uses Weeks Dye Works and Classic Color Works. Yeah, has more Classic Color Works than Weeks Dye Works. So I was stitching this on a neutral fabric, and my threads are not coming out these colors. So like where there's 2 colors in that little house, it's very difficult to see the door being a different color. And these pinks you really can't see, and these are the called for colors. They're not working for me. So I have started over on a blue fabric. Well, it's a printed fabric. It's really pretty. And it is, I actually got it from Amazon. But I've done one of the houses using the called for colors. And I'm going to change up the colors as I go. But it's still kind of in a timeout, so I'm working on those other 3 projects first. Next I have Block Party by Hands On Design. I love this, and I really want to finish it, but I'm not enjoying, I'm not enjoying the colors, but it's going to be really cute when it's done, and I keep getting sidetracked by other things. So I've finished the top. This is my top, which was a lot of fun to stitch. And now I'm working on the side piece that goes all the way around, and this is how far I am. I'm using all the called for colors. This is not the called for fabric. This is, I don't know what it is. It's 16 count. It is probably Fiber on a Whim, but I don't know what fabric it is. Let me see if okay, here we go. Nope, that's not it. I do not know what the fabric is. That's a bummer that I can't remember. I don't have the tag for the fabric. maybe by the next video. Another thing in my WIP pile is I'm working on hands-on design, a year of celebrations. This is the first one. Nicole Spohr is doing a stitch along with the second set of seasons. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I like this one better, so I'm doing this one. And all I have done so far is August. And this fabric is by Bestitch Me, and I think it's called After the Harvest, and it's a 16 count Aida, and I love it. What else do I have? Stuff in the way everywhere. I've been working on the month-to-month series by Stitching with the Housewives. I did finish August, and I showed that in a previous video. And I was working on September. This is how far I got. But September is going to be over soon. And October's almost here. So I'm going to jump ahead to November. I'm going to stop this one and start November. And then I'll go back and catch up. My next one is a kit by RTO. This is called Flamingo, which there's two of them. It should be called Flamingos, but I'm doing this for my sister for either Christmas or her birthday. Her birthday is 3 days after Christmas. So I've got to get busy because I haven't gone far enough. I have one of the flamingos pretty much done. So it's like maybe a third done. Yeah, I want to say half, but it's more of a third. And so I need to start working on this. This one's fun to stitch on. This is just white Aida. It looks like it's 18 count. And I think it did not come with the kit. I think I changed it. Pretty sure. Went for a smaller count. That's the end of that pile. I also have in my WIP pile Sneaky Spooky Spells, also by Luminous Fiber Arts. I really love this one. This was a stitch along with Misty Purcell, who is Luminous Fiber Arts. And I think she's way done. There's something there. And I only have the first block done. I was trying to decide if I want to do these separate or together, and that's kind of why I stopped. I might want to do them separately, which means I need to stop and figure out my fabric difference. Hopefully I'll have enough fabric to do that. Another one is a kit from Bothy Threads, and it's called Thanks a Bunch. And I think I've told the story of this kit before. I have a greeting card, a hand-drawn greeting card that is this giraffe. And I just loved it. And I was just looking, I think somebody had just mentioned Bothy Threads, and I went there to check out their website, and I found this, which is the exact giraffe. And I love giraffes, and I think this is very cute. And funny thing, for my birthday, earlier this month, my sister found me a notepad and a cute little tin that's the same print. So it's a popular print. And I think you've seen this before, because it's been a while since I've worked on them, but this is how far I am. This is one of the horns and the ear. I think it's really cute, but I keep getting distracted by other things. There's so many things I want to do, which is why I have 60 WIPs, which is way too many. I just can't seem to stop myself from starting things, but then I can't finish things if I keep starting. This next one is a tiny little start. This is called Flags on the 4th, and this is by Lindsay, who is part of Primrose Cottage Stitches. She designed this little flag. It has 2 other flags in it. I have a tiny little start, and I need to go back and finish it. She's stitching flags on the 4th of every month, and then at the end of a year, she'll have at least 12 flags. I have just this tiny little start. This is an opalescent 18 count Aida, and I don't know where it came from. And then I have Star Spangled Street, Primrose Cottage Stitches. Can you see a theme here? It's either Primrose Cottage, Hands-on Design, Heart and Hand. That's like, I love those 3 companies. So here's this one. I've started it a couple of times. I didn't like the way it was going. And it is on a blue 14 count Aida. I do not know what it's called, and I think it might have come from Fat Quarter Shop in a Fabric of the Month. So that's my little start. I don't even know if that's right side up. Yeah, because that's a roof right there. So that's my little start. But I had a house and a half done and didn't like the fabric. And I wanted to share somebody asked me recently, one of my friends in my Stitchy Pals group, Tina asked about if you have multiple projects that use the same floss, the same colors, what do you do? Do you buy a set for each project, or do you switch them back and forth? And I used to buy a set for every project, and now that I have 60, I'm like, that's a lot of floss, and then as I finish, I'll have extra. So I've started a spreadsheet to determine which floss is in each project, which also has a list of all my patterns and WIPs and kits and all that in it. And this summer I started that I'm doing several. I really like the patriotic patterns, and I keep collecting them, and I have plans for a bunch of them, so they're all in this one bag because they're all using the same floss. The reds, whites, and blues, and greens, they're all going to use the same ones. So I have like probably 10 patterns in here now and fabric to go with them, but I haven't started them yet. So that is my red and white and blue patriotic bag and the 2 projects that I have started. And the last WIP I'm going to share with you today, this is going to be a short video. That's good, because I need to get ready to go. Is Prairie Schooler Christmas Eve. And I think this one is very fun. And I think you've seen it. I haven't done any more on it since you saw it. This fabric is from Fat Quarter Shop. I'm doing mine different. I'm doing mine the way Cheryl is from Fat Quarter Shop. This is a snowflake. This is 14 count Aida. I think Cheryl's is 32 count linen or something. But it's a blue mottled fabric with white snowflakes on it. And I think that's going to be really, really pretty on there. So that is all the pile that I pulled out to share with you. I hope to be back soon. I don't know if I'll be back next week, but maybe. We'll see. And I'm filming this video on Friday, September 23rd. It might be Sunday before it gets up. I'm going to the Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit in Portland, Oregon, that's put on by Acorns and Threads, which is my local needlework shop. They're not local to me really because I'm in Salem. They're an hour away from me, but I'm going to go to that and it'll be a lot of fun. So my next video I will have things to share with you. And then I'm also planning some other fun things for upcoming videos, so you'll have to stay tuned to see what those might be. There are a couple of friends who know what they're going to be because they're helping me with it. But so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a very happy crafty day. Bye for now.